I think the real key issues for this year are what's going to be happening with cost of production and demand. Cost of production, of course, quite questionable at the present time because of all the problems we've had planting the corn crop, but it does look like we're going to have record high cost of production, and at the present time, hog prices are not going to be sufficient to cover those. I've got losses of somewhere around $5 per head for all of 2011 on average, and over $11 for the next 12 months from mid-2011 to mid-2012. Key issues, can we hold that demand situation? Hog prices are probably going to be kind of sideways for the rest of this summer before falling seasonally in the fall. What's going to be the cost of production? Exports have been very good so far this year, and it's going to be important that they stay strong to keep this product moving. So all in all, one of those years that we're going to sell hogs for lots of money, but maybe not have much left over in terms of profits due to costs.
Right. You talked about beef demand being a big factor this year. Could you elaborate on that a little bit?
Well, I think beef demand has been a big factor. Demand for all the species is important, but beef demand has been strong this year as well. They've had record levels of production, but they've had excellent exports as well, and apparent ability for producers for consumers, to purchase beef. The end meat products have gone very well. Middle meats have still not been quite as strong as they were pre-recession, but the whole beef situation should be quite supportive to the entire meat complex over the next 12 to 18 months as supplies fall. We think these feedlot inventories will not maintain the kind of level they are now based on the calf crops of the last 2 years, and so tighter supplies should be much higher beef prices that should be again positive for pork demand.
Back on the corn crop, some people are saying we may be overdue for a drought in the Midwest. What's your thinking on that?
Well, I have enough trouble with economics and don't try weather very often, but the facts are that the longest period that we know of over the last 400 or so years, based on tree ring data that Dr. Elwin Taylor at Iowa State has gathered, says that 23 years is the longest period we've seen between droughts in Iowa, and we're now on the 23rd year since the last one. The last real drought we had here was 1988, and we're gonna get one of those again sometime. And I don't think the impact is going to be as great as it used to be because our varieties are more drought resistant and drought tolerant than they once were. But given the usage base we have for corn, even a 10% under trend yield would be a pretty large disaster for users of corn at this point in time. So we're due. It's going to happen at some point, and when it does, it could be quite painful.